Hey guys, today's podcast is brought to you by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook and 30-day free trial at audibletrial.com/BS Wrestling Report. Over 150,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player. Once again, audibletrials.com/BS Wrestling Report.
The BS Wrestling Report.
Yeah, all right, we are recording there. Steve, kick it off.
All right, folks. I want to say thanks for downloading, streaming.
That was a brilliant hello. That was a brilliant greeting.
I wasn't ready.
People put this thing on Twitter all day. How can you say you weren't ready?
Good thing. Good thing we got.
Good thing light is on, my friend. It's time to go.
Good thing we can edit, right? All right, go ahead, Steve.
There's no editing.
Yeah, we're just gonna leave it all in. All right, here we go.
All right, folks. So as you can hear, this is the BS Wrestling Report. We're having a damn good time. I'm Steve. With me is Brian. Follow us on Twitter at BSW Report. Check out the website, www.bswrestlingreport.com. And as you can hear, we got the whippersnapper himself, Mikey Whipwreck, on the line with us to talk about that dumpster fire known as Night of Champions. Mikey, how's it going tonight?
Oh, I'm going to see. Let me...
Breathe, Mikey.
I got nothing. I was going to say something witty, but I got nothing.
That's pretty much how I felt after this fucking pay-per-view.
I was going to, you said the dumpster fire. I was going to fucking say shit in a shoebox. That's all right. I've seen better shit in the toilet. I like that one.
The drizzling shits.
The good old drizzling shit. So, I didn't watch the
Don't insult drizzling shits like that.
I will. My apologies to drizzling shits everywhere. There's drizzling shits in Missouri.
Yeah.
folks, in case you weren't aware, when we gave Mikey a call, Brian and I set up our own phone number here on our BS Wrestling Report podcast, and Mikey's wife answered the phone. She goes, "There's actually wrestling fans in Missouri." We've had some.
Yeah, but then she says, "Oh, I should have said that there's Mikey fans in Missouri."
For God's sakes.
Oh man.
My God.
Oh wow.
Shut up on my own wife.
I'm dying over here.
Oh man. Well, as bad as the pay-per-view was, folks, I promise you this podcast will be a hell of a lot fucking better because you can see Mikey's in a mood, Brian's in a mood. I'm in a mood. So let's get started. Did anybody watch the pre-show? I did not.
Moving on.
It was on. It was in the background. I didn't pay much attention. I couldn't tell you.
All right. So, go ahead, Mikey.
It's a pre-show. Nothing going on.
Yeah.
It's a fucking half-hour commercial for the network for $9.99. That's my cheap.
For people who already have the network.
Yeah. I don't get it.
Well, there might be still some pay-per-views buyers somewhere, right? Maybe.
But do they get that pre-show, or do they get the old school pre-recorded one with Scott Stanford in the studio?
Ooh. Remember when they do it with Todd Pettengill?
Oh yeah.
So I go back further than that. When they did it with Mean Gene.
Oh yeah.
Ashley did a retro SummerSlam one.
Oh really?
With Mean Gene. If you guys go look it up, it's pretty cool. It's like old school, like Gene in front of the 50 monitors behind him.
Oh yeah. Can I see that on the
good.
network for $9.99?
You probably get on YouTube for free.
Oh, there you go.
Well, one thing I will say about the network, one of my all-time favorite Raw moments was finally added, and that's Monday Night Raw from August 9th, 1999, when Jericho finally came over to the WWE. The promo he cut, if you go back and listen to it, it applies to every little bit of that company today.
There you go. Simple as that.
One point he calls it a boring snooze fest, and well, let's be honest, we're about to talk about a boring snooze fest of a pay-per-view.
Woo!
All right, so what after the pre-show, what do we lead us into? Is that the first match was the tag match, right?
The tag match was the first match with the Usos versus Goldust and Stardust. I refuse to call them Gold and Stardust. I won't do it. I thought
let's call them Dustin and Cody.
Dustin and Cody.
All right. We'll go with the original names. Dustin and Cody dressed up in drag versus the Usos. I thought the match was okay. Had a pretty good few high spots. I really hated the finish on how Cody and Dustin got the win, but I understand they're heels, so they got to do kind of cheesy. But the Usos have had the belt since, March, and they'll lose it on a fucking roll-up?
Yeah, but you got to remember they didn't defend them for like 3 weeks on TV, so they got a little ring rust. They weren't on. The closest they got were being lumberjacks at SummerSlam for being on TV for a while there.
See, the match itself was fine.
Yeah, I enjoyed the match. I thought it was pretty entertaining.
But with that dumb fuckery of a finish, like I said dumb fuckery. My wife just looked at me like. So they spent the whole time how they beat up the one Uso's leg.
Yeah.
Right? God forbid you use that for the finish.
Slap a figure four on, maybe hit him with a blindside him with a chair or something, take out the knee, to kind of work it. But you're right, they worked the knee, the leg, the whole fucking match, and just totally ignored it at the end. It was. I
did think the finish was cheesy. I didn't enjoy that at all. I think it's cool they gave the belts to the Dust Brothers, but other than that, the Dust Busters. So. But yeah, I think it was cool they gave them the titles. But other than that, the finish was pretty crappy. The match was entertaining in itself. I don't know. That's about it.
Still should have gone the Wyatts. Oh, do they still work there? I don't even know.
I found something on Twitter today. It was back of a milk carton, and it said missing, and it showed a picture of Bray Wyatt, 6'3", 285, from Lafayette, Louisiana. He usually wears this stuff. If found, please return to Monday Night Raw. Holy shit, did they drop the ball at those guys?
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember a couple months ago, Bray Wyatt said he's fucked?
Yep. You called it.
He's fucked.
He's fucked.
It's sad to say. Go ahead, Brian.
I was just say they got nowhere to go with him now, right? They've made him into a monster, then they killed the monster, and now how are you scared of a monster that can be killed?
He's fucked long and deep.
Yep, sadly. So, speaking of fucked, I was fucked with the next match because it was Sherman versus Cesaro. And holy...
Here we go with the Sherman again. Let me tell you, this was worth $9.99. That's for sure.
This guy, he still doesn't get a fucking pop. I don't get why they keep pushing him. He's not selling T-shirts. He's not John Cena. Please, someone help me understand why this guy is getting a run with a belt that doesn't mean shit anymore when a guy like Cesaro could use it.
That's a good question.
Just a valid question.
I like the match though. Very Japanese-ish.
Yeah, it was very, very fast paced. A lot of action. Loved the match. Obviously, I hated the finish. Once Sherman reversed that final Irish whip, I knew the bro kit was coming. I was like, "Fuck my life, this sucks."
Yeah.
Speaking of Japanese, one time we were going over a match with the Sandman. It was the Sandman and Tajiri, and I was around, and Rhino was there, and Hack, in all his drunken stupor, goes, "Okay, Rhino. You Jap me." And Tajiri, you Pearl Harbor Rhino. And Tajiri just looked at me like, fucking seriously? But yeah, he told Tajiri to Pearl Harbor him. Unbelievable.
Oh my Lord. Brian, what did you think of Sherman versus Cesaro? I don't know how to segue out of that one. Wow.
Yeah, I mean the Sherman versus Cesaro match was it gave you the highs and lows. It was a wrestling match in its entirety. Was there extreme action? Did it have you on the edge of your seat? No. It was just in my eyes, it was a generic wrestling match that could be replaced with any two characters or any two guys, and you could move along and put them in there. There was nothing that made those guys stand out to be themselves in my eyes.
But I think they stood out different than everybody else because it was just like a fucking... They were just beating the shit out of each other.
They did beat the shit out of each other.
It just stood out for being different, like a very different style for what you normally see from there. And I like when guys beat the shit out of themselves. Not me. You don't have to hit me at all. I'll fall down. It's okay.
Just ask me nicely. I'll sit down. You don't even have to swing.
Oh, I tell guys when I work them now, I said, listen, you don't have to hit me hard. I'll fall down. In fact, I'll lay there until you pick me up if need be. So don't worry.
Don't worry.
Oh man!
I just think that the match gets it's definitely clearly tainted in the eyes of Steve because he clearly has a distaste for Sherman, as we call him, or Sheamus, and with Cesaro being over, or in the eyes of the fans, it seems he's pretty over, at least as of recently. That it just seems like there should be something changing. I don't know. I'm with you. The match was good, but there was just something in the air of something that should have happened more, I think.
There's just this company chaps my nuts. I mean, they have so many freaking guys that they could push and do something different with, and yet here we have the same old shit with the same old nothing. So, yeah.
So there you go.
Frugal Devitt, good luck.
So after that, Brian, you said you had the same old match with the same old guys. You could throw any two guys in there and have the same kind of match.
Yeah.
Well, the next match is exactly what they did with Dolph Ziggler dropping the belt to The Miz, which made absolute zero fucking sense for anybody who saw Raw the next night. Ziggler took the belt right back. I don't fucking get it. Someone help me.
I think it's just it's that back and forth. They're just creating that rivalry as I get tongue tied there. That just back and forth, up and down, watching the I don't know. I don't think it's that big a deal that, Ziggler drops it and then turns around and gets it, right? At the end of the day.
I do when you do the same thing with the girls.
Well, you gotta bring that into the situation.
But
it's funny. I was talking to my friends today. Do you realize that guys back in the day had the belt 3, 4, 5 times over fucking 30 years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is why these belts don't mean shit.
That's exactly what I was going to say. They're devaluing the title. Kurt Hennig held that belt for a solid 9 months. Hart, a year and a half? Shawn Michaels, almost 2 years? Dude, this belt don't mean shit anymore.
No, it's brutal.
Didn't we? I think we got into that last time a little bit where we were talking about the title belts. We were looking at, like, John Cena's going to have 18 times holding the belt, and then, Bruno Sammartino's going to have, like, 2, but he held the one for like 8 years straight or something stupid. So they're gonna look back at the history books or whatever in the Wikipedia and go, "Wow, that guy only held it twice. He must have sucked balls." But he held it for 8 years straight.
Randy Savage only had the WWF title twice. Oh, he sucks ass.
and his first run was literally 365 days. His first run.
Yeah. Well, jeez. They must have had no talent up top.
What a fucking loser! Or like when Kevin Nash held his for a year and a half straight, then finally lost it. That roster was not deep at all. He was probably facing off against a goon every night.
Balls deep and shitty.
Balls deep and shitty.
More or less, yes. So the match itself was pretty good. I don't understand this Ziggler and Damien Mizdow.
I find the Damien Mizdow, I find that pretty funny and pretty entertaining with him acting like his mirror.
It was funny the first time, and R-Truth was funny the first time. That was hard. Did you see the sign in the crowd that said "Ziggler, please"?
No, I missed that one.
Oh, how racist can you be? Good God.
Oh, on Raw, I did see one of the best signs I've ever seen. It said, "I Putin the D in Lana."
Wow.
Dude, dude, they put that thing on TV twice. I could not believe it because let's be face it, is that really PG?
Well, no, but it's funny at the end of the day. But I think, yeah, like you said, the Damien Mizdow, the Ziggler thing, I thought it was entertaining. Now, I'm hoping they don't run it into the ground because it was funny the first time. It's like when your 4-year-old tells you a joke and you laugh at her jokes and then she tells you the same joke 15 more times and you're like, all right, I get it. But that's what the WWE seems to do. They go, hey, look, they were entertained. Do it again, do it again, do it again, do it again. They don't like it. Stop doing it. All right, do that now. Like, oh, my God.
I'm hoping that Damien turns on him and then he goes in the feud with The Miz and then we'll win a belt. That means nothing.
There you go.
Ooh, I like it.
Because that'll get him over.
Oh.
The IC fucking champion. He's got it. Ooh. Put a belt on him.
Put a belt on him. Hold his pants up.
One thing I'm glad about, though, is Ziggler is getting some sort of run because he was so Mikey, you said it yourself, that Ziggler was so fucking underutilized, and here we are 2 months later, and now he's getting runs on pay-per-views with a meaningless belt. Like, to me, when Ziggler had the U.S. title for about a year and a half, dude was one of the best around on the mic, in the ring, everything. And now I'm just very thankful that Dolph Ziggler invades my television once a month.
Now, do you think it is on any standard or weigh any bearing on the wrestlers, the athletes themselves, to try and really push these titles into making them relevant again? And I mean, they're on TV. They have a microphone. They have, I'm sure they have. Yes, they have a script, but they have a microphone. Is it their, or they are their own athlete. They are their own person.
They don't have a microphone. They have the guy writing fucking 90210, telling them what to say. Oh, Brenda.
Let me ask you this, Mikey. When you had your run in ECW, did Paulie give you guys free reign?
Yep, he gave us bullet points.
All right, so so I think I know your answer on this, but do you think that if Vince and the creative team, they'll never do it, but just said, here's 3 or 4 bullet points, ad-lib the rest, do you think that would really improve today's promo? Because we really only have, 2 or 3 good promo guys, with Paulie and Ziggler being, 2 quick ones that we can name.
Well, you're going to have to resign yourself to the fact that you're going to have some shitty promos.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean.
But if you let these guys just cut their promos in NXT or whatever, or put them in the box, where they used to do market-specific promos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Just let them fucking do it, And if it's something that they're working on that is decent, and they come up with their own shit, and it's fine, I say do it. I honestly would rather have a guy who's shitty on fucking promos, coming up with his own stuff, hitting bullet points, than to have a horrible actor or actress.
Yeah, they're not
trying to read lines. Yeah, trying to read lines that obviously they didn't write, something they would never say, and it's just awful. So the uncreative team has to go.
Wow! Wow! You just summed up the Bella Twins in 2 sentences.
Yeah, well,
that's how good he is. He is Mikey Whipwreck.
he is the whippersnapper himself, Mikey Whipwreck.
But
well, that's because you're joining us. You sell us. You sell the people that you look forward to speaking with us, and we play along. We love having you on. So the next match was kind of tainted because Roman Reigns busted a nut or had some sort of groin injury, so he had to have surgery. So any idiot who didn't see Seth Rollins having his feud resume with Dean Ambrose here is an idiot. I think the promo here Seth Rollins did was pretty good because he was a total fucking prick, and I loved it. And then Dean Ambrose's music hit, and I was like, well, there goes that. And Dean Ambrose, the titty master, was just – that guy's fucking – I firmly believe he's psychotic. He sold me. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I'm still sold that he's a nut job. And I thought I was waiting for somebody to come out. I wasn't quite sure if they were going to bring back what's his nut so fast, but they did, and Dean Ambrose. So that's good. I like Dean Ambrose, so I hope he sticks around on TV for a while and stays in the public eye. So I thought it was good. I enjoyed that part that he's going to be back. I thought that the point that they got in there, the way they sell they bring out the security and they're like, get him off of him, and the thing is, it's so cheesy and over. It's like they're wrestlers. You're supposed to be fighting, right? You're supposed to be in the fight game, so just let people fight. I don't know. That just seems so cheesy to me. I hate it.
Yeah, it's just they let Rollins, in my opinion, they let him talk too long. I don't think he's at the point yet where he can cut a long, carry a long promo by himself.
I thought it went too long too. I'm sitting there watching it, going, the music's gonna hit now. Like I kept finding these points where I thought it was like, okay, now. Like whoever's gonna come out is gonna come out now, and they kept going and going. Then I just said, oh, nobody's coming out, and then 2 seconds later, somebody came out. So maybe they did something right. Maybe that was the whole point. But either way, I thought it went a little long myself too. I thought there were some good spots in there where the music could have interrupted him, and he could have, sold it.
Yeah, it was good. I just, when you have a top match like that with Reigns and Rollins, and Reigns got hurt, he can't work, obviously. This shit happens. But they should have done some sort of match, like a little schmaz for 5 minutes. I don't think, it didn't have to be Ambrose. It could have been just anybody else.
Yeah. Zack Ryder.
Whoever, anybody. Just like, okay. But they had somebody they could probably use, I'm sure. That wasn't booked.
Yeah.
Somewhat baby faces, and then you could have Ambrose come, in the middle of it. Not the traditional. Okay, I'm about to win. We'll hit the music, but just at a random point would have been fine. At least give him a match. But
Yeah, because I enjoy watching Seth Rollins in the ring, dude. That guy's innovative, and he's he's different from anything we get nowadays, with the exception of Van Dam.
Yeah.
I think that people kind of got robbed. No offense, Roman Reigns by Roman Reigns. No offense, he got hurt. Shit happens, like you said. You can't control it, but I really would have loved to have seen Rollins in the ring. Now I wonder, do you think they're going to run Ambrose and Rollins next month at Hell in the Cell?
I think so, but then I'm thinking. But then you also figure it looks like they want to do. Honestly, they didn't do shit last night. I didn't see last night. I kind of just read results, but it looks like they didn't do shit to push the Hell in the Cell at all yet.
Not yet, but they kind of set it up with. I watched Raw for about 15 minutes, and one of the things I caught that Michael Cole said is, coming up. Our next pay-per-view from Dallas, Texas, Hell in the Cell, and we're guaranteed to have at least one Hell in the Cell match. And we can speculate about that when we talk about the main event, because I think you kind of see where that's going. Yeah. But I think the only way they can do Rollins and Ambrose is in the cell. It'll keep the security out, but somehow Kane will find his way in there. That's just my bold-ass prediction for next month.
Bull from Night Court Kane, or... the Demon Kane.
I'd like to see the Night Court guy. He was pretty funny. Brian, what do you think of that little theory of mine?
I mean, I don't think you're far off. Something along those lines. Well, actually, I think you're way far off. You know why? Because I think it makes sense. So I think they could do something They could do something along those lines. It'd be awesome to get them involved in a Hell in the Cell, and they could sell it, but. They won't. Maybe they could put all three of them in there, right? A triple threat Hell in the Cell. All three members of the Shield in there. Get Roman Reigns put back together. But I don't think he'll be ready to go in a month. But that'd be cool. I don't know. I'm just kind of talking off the top of my head here. But that's it. I don't know. I think it could happen. They got to sell something. They got to push something over with these two guys. So keep them fighting. There's nothing else going on between them. So get them in the ring.
Yeah, they got to, because to me, I'm gonna start losing interest really quick. They've teased it for so long. They're teasing this the way they did the Daniel Bryan title chase.
Yeah, pretty much.
They're having it go for so long, and eventually people are just gonna be like, "Fuck it, I quit." That's just what I think.
That's just what I think.
Do you think I sound too far off with that, Mikey?
No, but I'm more of an old school type of guy where I like the slow build. There are some things I like to take time with, and I think that if you can do it, you can get away with Ambrose and Seth Rollins. You can drag it out a little bit, especially because the matches they'll have will be so good. But I just think everybody's so used to everything now.
Yeah.
That everything moves so fucking fast that it's just. A lot of stuff they don't have time to let it develop, and everybody's like they expecting that instant gratification.
Correct.
Where if you look at shit, like back in the day. Now I'm going to date myself, but you look at the fucking Hogan and Savage when they put them together.
Yeah.
They had that whole fucking program booked out and planned out a fucking a year and a half out.
Yep.
As soon as they built the belt, as soon as they had Savage fucking turn babyface, they did the fucking Mega Powers thing. They knew that they were going to go to fucking put the belt on Savage. They were going to fucking tease a little heat. Survivor Series, just I think they started it. And they teased it, the heat. And so they did the fucking blow-off in February where fucking Savage squished Liz and then Beefcake came out early and all that good stuff.
Yep.
And Hogan asking for a countdown. How much tis I, and then Savage dropped the belt at WrestleMania. But that was a year and a half they had that planned out. Where I think if they didn't book shows as the shows were going on, WCW 99, that I think if they had a better idea, a better plan of where they were going, and here's a fucking concept, everybody. Book fucking WrestleMania and go backwards.
Whoa. That makes sense.
I think you might be onto something, buddy.
That's what I'm saying. If you know where you're going to go WrestleMania, said, okay, we want to do this, maybe this. But if you have an idea where you're going, it's so much easier to work backwards. It really is. When you're going, well, what are we going to do for Hell in the Cell? I don't know. We got to do Hell in the Cell just because that's the name of the fucking pay-per-view.
You got to have a Royal Rumble match at the Royal Rumble too, probably, right?
Yeah. So I would much rather personally. There are some things you can do fast. But there are some things, some storylines I think that have the time to develop, and if they plan them out right enough, and I'm pretty sure that if you gave Rollins and Ambrose time and say, look, guys, this is where we're going to go at this point. This is where your blow-up's going to be. And let them put some ideas together instead of letting somebody with no wrestling experience book it. I think you get a much better product. Give the guys input. That's how Paulie was. He goes, guys, this is where I want to go. What do you think? And he would tell us, and then we'd go later on that day or during the week or whatever, and we'd say, hey, how about this, and then this week we'll do this, and then next week we'll do this, and then we'll do this, and get to where we want to go. But you can't do that and have shit make sense when you're booking stuff on the fly, last minute.
No, because Vince and his crew are known for rewriting Raw 5 minutes before the fucking show.
Yeah.
Just because someone farted.
Yeah. So there you go. There's your problem.
There's your problem. Now fix it.
Well, easier said than done, because let's be honest, how long we've been complaining? I don't know, 17 years since the products really kind of went downhill. I shouldn't say 17 years, since Austin hung him up. And I'm not saying just because Stone Cold got hurt and couldn't run, but realistically, look at it. Since Austin hung him up, there's been a massive decline.
Yeah, there's
now
been
what's going on with Austin? Something's going on.
He's up to something, isn't he?
On his podcast, he just said, like, really brief. I forget who he was talking to. I can't remember. He was talking about how he was getting shape for comeback, and just said it just like matter of factly, and just moved on.
Yeah.
But he's talking about how he's working and getting in shape like crazy. They just ordered told to fucking produce a whole lot of his shit to sell. So something's going on.
All right, so Mikey, you're the professional expert here. If you're booking for Austin to come back for one match, he's always said he'll come back for one match with CM Punk. Do you call Punk and back up the Brinks truck, or what do you do?
No, I said, Steve, would you work with Lesnar, please?
There you go. Yeah, we got this Brock Lesnar guy. You want to try working with him for a little bit?
Because Punk's not coming back. I mean, it's just really...
That's just it. That's over.
That's beating a dead horse. But, if Austin were to come back, I could see him doing it with Lesnar. Because there's nobody, like I said, when he won the fucking belt, there's nobody else Lesnar can wrestle that's going to draw any type of interest, any type of anything, except The Rock or Steve Austin. There is nobody. Nobody.
Not even Reigns?
No. Listen, I'm not going to shit on the guy because I think he is talented. But when they started pushing him to the moon, I said, it's too soon.
Yep.
Too soon. And you could see the reactions he was getting was like, eh. When he was on that one Raw and he said, when they had everybody talking in the ring, to pass the mic, and he said, oh, I think I want to get a title shot. And the people were like, okay. So,
well, maybe this injury is a blessing in disguise because he'll cool off for a bit. People might forget about him. As long as they on TV, shut the fuck up about him, and just keep him off TV till maybe the Royal Rumble. And just
but was he over enough to make a comeback in 3 months and have people give a shit? Was he over enough?
No, but then again, we keep getting the Miz pushed down our throats.
Yeah, well, when the Miz came back, they said, "Oh, he's been gone for 6-8 months ago." He was.
Yeah, exactly.
I had no clue.
So I'm just saying that because, to me, it almost seems like a few things that they're doing is really, really desperate. When they got over guys, they had over guys like Cesaro and Wyatt, and they did nothing to him, but they took Roman Reigns because he's got the look, the build, whatever. He just don't give him a microphone because, it's rough. To me, it just seems like they don't care.
No, they don't care. They don't get it.
What
they have to understand, and this is why they fucking panic. They live and die by their TV ratings. Yes.
Yeah.
So notoriously, the past 10 years. Well, I don't want to go back that far, but how many times have they pushed a guy and changed their mind? Push a guy and change their mind. Push a guy and change their mind. When people start to get into somebody and then they change their mind and they cool them off, it creates a pattern where the people don't give a shit. So now when you get somebody that's really hot And the last guys they had that were really hot were the Shield, and they broke them up, and the Wyatts.
The Wyatts.
And Cesaro.
Yep.
Okay, we'll take those 3 acts, right? You got them where the people fucking gave a shit, literally gave a shit about them, and then you cool them off to your veteran guys. Okay? What's going to happen eventually is you're going to create a symptom of apathy where nobody will give a shit about anybody. People will be afraid to get behind people because, well, I'll like them, but in 3 months they'll be gone.
Yeah.
Wait. When do we start talking about TNA?
Right. So what's happening now is, okay, so you took the Shield and you kind of kept them in a top spot, kind of.
Yeah.
But you make them look like idiots for the most part. And then you put them, Rollins and Ambrose, in the main event on Raw, and they don't get a huge rating. Why? One, the general public doesn't know who they are.
Yep.
Number 2, you've created an issue where it's like, well, okay, we like them, but who knows? They're playing second fiddle to everybody else. And that's what's going to happen. So nobody's going to give a shit. And until you push guys consistently, like the fucking Zigglers consistently, and the Wyatts, and the Shield guys, and Cesaro, and give them credibility where people say, okay, these guys are all legit, they're not going to be here for fucking 5 weeks, and disappear. When they're on TV, people will give a shit.
Yeah.
This is so fucking hard. God, this company pisses me off.
Dude, join the freaking club. But you got 2 guys right side by side with some of the same exact opinions.
I'm sitting here just listening to Mikey talk, and I'm going, and then he finishes, and I want to go. All I can say is, "You are correct, sir." Like I can't. There's no rebuttal against it because it all just makes sense. Just slow down, take your time, read the crowd. Like don't just push and quit and try and flip and flop and ratings and more ratings and take this guy and bring Bob Barker on. And I don't know where they're at this week.
In the last 10 years, they listened to the crowd about 2 guys, if you ask me. Daniel Bryan
CM Punk.
and Jeff Hardy.
Hardy.
It was Cena was the one who tipped him off to Punk. He said, "Hey, this guy's going to leave. We better do something big with him." And then Punk took the ball and ran. He did. But Jeff Hardy in 07, 08, 09 was the most over guy in the world.
Yep.
And then Daniel Bryan. Other than that, they don't listen to a thing we fucking say.
But even okay, yes, Daniel Bryan. They wanted him. And once he won the belt, his reaction came down a little bit.
Because he got hurt though.
Before that, they put him in fucking Friday the 13th with Kane.
Yeah.
Which fucking killed him, make him look like a fucking idiot.
But
and then when he did that one pre-show thing, whenever that was, he got an okay reaction, but not for something you'd expect for a guy who's been off TV for 3 months.
But isn't the chase more exciting than the actual victory? Because I know, like, I was a huge Rock mark in the past. When he finally got the belt, I was like, fucking A. Then I was like, wait a minute, he did it.
Well, you got nothing. It's just like you got that payoff, and then you go, well, now what do I fight? Like, what are we rooting for him for? You know what I'm saying? So that's why after you get it, you're like, oh, all right, he got it. Cool. Let's pick this next guy, and we'll ride him to the top, and it'll be, that's life, right?
And that's why after you put the belt on the guy at WrestleMania, you need to have a fucking plan.
Of what's
okay, guys.
Happen.
Okay, we put the belt on now. Okay, well, we can do a rematch with Batista. We can do a rematch with Randy Orton. We can kind of get 2-3 months out of it. But what's the next thing for him? What is it? You don't do fucking two months of fucking Kane.
No, oh my God.
Where they have the camera in the backseat of the car and he's trying to protect his wife. Hey, dummy, leave your fucking wife home.
Send him to Missouri. There's no wrestling fans there.
Yeah, fuck. But I mean, but seriously now. He look like a fucking idiot.
Yeah,
dude, those segments. To me, any segment involving the Bellas is just horrible. But those backstage shots, man. Even back in Bischoff's days running WCW, I mean, after the NWO, had their 19th member, they were fucking horrible. And I don't get why Vince doesn't say, "Hey guys, here's $10,000, go get acting lessons." Yeah.
You might need 100.
With some of them, you're fucking right that you will. But we kind of got off track there. So,
but we're like Raw.
More or less, yeah. So next up, we had Mark Henry versus Rusev, and Mark Henry got to come out to the national anthem, and it looked like to me he had some real tears coming down his face. Other than that, I was focused on Lana and waiting for Rusev to crush him so he can move on to Cena. What do you guys think?
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, from a storyline standpoint, it was good. I mean, you had the old, you had the red, white, blue singlet, you had the fucking scarf, you had Lillian singing the national anthem, you had fucking Mark Henry crying, all emotional, and let's just tap out. Fuck it. I won't pass out because I have that much pride. I'm going to just tap out.
I did read a funny tweet. I said, when all else fails, find a Shelton Benjamin singlet to put on Mark Henry.
Wow.
Oh, I thought it was fucking hilarious. But yeah, I understand that the thing. Rusev has yet to lose. He's still undefeated, and so they're setting it up for the feud with. Ooh.
I tell you, I keep waiting to hear he wins the match, the flag comes down, and I just keep waiting to hear that fucking Kurt Angle music.
Oh, dude, you want to talk about a pop? I think, dude, that could happen in Dallas with Hell in a Cell, and here in Tampa, I'd feel that fucking building shake. Holy balls.
Think about this WrestleMania. Kurt Angle versus Rusev.
Yeah.
Taker versus Sting. Austin versus Lesnar.
Woo! I'd pay $29.99 for that one.
Take my money, please. Holy shit, that would be fucking badass. But the Kurt Angle thing, but Kurt Angle's contract's up as of 2 days ago with TNA.
Is it?
It is. He was on JR's show about a month and a half, 2 months ago, and JR said, "Hey Kurt, do you know when your contract is up?" And he said September 21st, 2014, my contract is up. I mean, fucking verbatim is how he said it. So that would be nice. And if his body could handle it, we might be onto something. But chances are we'll probably see it on fucking Main Event because WWE rushes everything, right?
The only thing is hold off till Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
Start it then. Then you can have Kurt just do 2-3 matches.
Yeah.
Because again, now that would be an angle. You don't need any physicality.
Nope.
No.
It's all emotional.
Yeah.
Yep. You got the Americans versus the Russians. Done deal. We've seen it with Nikolai Volkov and Hacksaw Jim Duggan 100 fucking times, and it worked.
Yeah, especially now when people buy it.
Yep. Oh, even more so with what's going on in what happened last night in Syria. People are going to become very, very pro-American all of a sudden. Not saying they're not, but we'll have a few more come out of the woodworks. So the next match, to me, was the absolute best match of the night. Actually, it's one of the best matches I've seen all year, and that was Randy Orton versus Chris Jericho. And I was literally on the edge of my seat, even though I knew Jericho's leaving because he's got to go on tour. But holy shit. The finish was absolutely wonderful, although a little bit predictable, because once I saw Jericho stand on the top ropes, I texted my buddy Andy. I said, watch for the RKO, and boom, he hit it. But this match, top to fucking bottom, easily one of the best matches I've seen all year. What's your guys' take?
I liked it. I liked it.
I liked it too. I really enjoyed it.
It was good. I liked that again, as we get back to it, was very physical. It was a very physical match. I liked them going out. They were out on the floor. They're up and down. They threw them onto the whatchamacallit there, dropped him on the announce table. What I liked about the dropping him on the announce table is that he didn't sit there and clear off everything first and make it nice.
He just did it.
Yeah, he just kind of did it. It was like a whim thing, which was cool. And, just seeing him get real physical in the match was good, and that's what I enjoyed. It really sold the match and really pumped it up. And it was I like the false finishes back and forth. So you're up and down. The crowd's up and down cheering and booing and riding the wave, and that's what it was all about. There's lots of emotions that came out in that match as the crowd was watching it, and to me that's what.
Yeah, it's really good. That's what Randy Orton. I think he doesn't get the credit he deserves because he knows his timing is great. Like he knows when to do something and when not to do it. Like he knows he likes to stall, yes, but when he's put in a match that you can tell he's into and he's looking forward to, you can tell that he's into it. And the type of matches he can put on,
like this one. Yeah, you're absolutely. Go ahead.
And it's amazing watching Jericho. This is the same guy that had that crap fest with Kane on Monday.
Oh, dude,
I thought he was hurt. I thought Chris was hurt that whole match. I go, this is like not like they are way off. Like, you know, okay, you have a mistiming here and there, a little oops, a little zigzag, maybe this, but they were like way off on Monday.
Well, keep in mind their combined age is like 93. Throwing it out there.
Yeah, but Terry Funk is combined age 140, and he's still, you know.
Yeah, he can still lay it down. The Funkster.
Dude, wait, isn't he on dialysis now? He's, what, fucking that old now? What, would you say how old he was, Mikey? What, 70?
Funk, he's got like 70, yeah.
You know, I'm going to Google that. Dude, Brian, you hit the nail on the head with all the false finishes, and then Mike, you as well. You could tell Orton was into this match. He wanted to be in this match, and he is so fucking undervalued. To me, he's one of the top 10 best ever.
What in the hell is that?
That's Brian's computer fan.
Yeah, it started the buzz real quick. Sorry about that.
It's not like there's a fly flying around.
or a shitty kazoo. But yeah,
the Kurt Angle song into a kazoo?
like Edge and Christian did.
Yes.
Which you can see on the network for $9.99. Sorry, I had to do it.
Hey, how about on the pay-per-view? God, we go off on tangents.
That's all right.
They were telling people that were bought it on like real pay-per-view that hey, you could watch this for $9.99. I'm going, oh, you're crapping all over these people.
Yeah. They just paid $30 or $50, whatever they are nowadays, to watch it, and you're going, "Hey, stupid! You could have bought it for $10."
Yeah, but you know, you get Ma and Pa Kettle in Missouri, you know, whose internet speed is dial-up, who couldn't get the network. But yeah, let's make fun of them because you know they live in a rural area that can't get high-speed internet.
They just got cable and pay-per-view available to them for the love of Pete.
And indoor plumbing.
Oh my Lord! Bob said we can take the wheels off the trailer. Terry Funk is 70 years old.
Good God!
As of June 30th, he probably has a match right now somewhere. I wouldn't.
Right up.
He actually, it says Terry Funk is semi-retired. Okay, that's quoting, citing Wikipedia. But yeah, Orton I think is in one of the top 10 best I've ever seen.
That match, he was on his point too. He was like they were in sync. Him and Jericho, like they were together, like they were putting on a clinic. Like it was entertaining. That's one that'll go down. You know what I'm saying? So that was that, man. It was a good match. Like you can't even like shit on it. It was just entertaining. Like I could flip it on and just watch it again.
I loved it. I mean, to me, there's always those matches that you can go back and rewatch. You know, like Savage Steamboat or Mikey Whipwreck winning his first ECW title. Just a classic that you can go back and watch. Yes, I'm kissing your ass. No, I'm glad you went.
Somebody has to. My wife doesn't.
Or even anything with RVD and Jerry Lynn. If you don't enjoy an RVD Jerry Lynn match, you do not like professional wrestling, and just go away.
Want to see a Mad Classic, Stevie Ray and Virgil, uncensored 99. That's a hard part.
Wait. Harlem Heat Stevie Ray?
No, this is NWO Black and White Stevie Ray.
And Vincent. You confused me. I actually reached out to Stevie Ray on the Twit machine today to see if we can get him on the show at some point. Him and Vincent in a match. Yeah. Let me scratch my eyes out instantly. Since we talk about the network a little bit, Mikey, have you been watching?
Wait a minute. You just reached out to him to be on your show, and you just buried him?
No, I buried Vincent.
Oh, okay. It takes two to tango, my friend.
Stevie Ray had to carry the whole program. Do you watch these little hour-long...
Hercules couldn't carry that whole program.
Oh, boy. Do you watch these hour-long programs called the Monday Night Wars on the network?
Not yet.
Brian, have you seen them yet?
I've seen part of the first one. It was on the other day, but yeah, I have seen part of the first one. They're good. So, I enjoyed looking at them so far.
Would you stop stepping on that duck?
All right. Well, they had the last one they did was actually on Bret Hart, and I think it was very eye-opening. I'm waiting for the one to come out on Austin. That one's just going to run the world. So
Bret Hart wasn't all bullshit.
Man, no, I mean, it focused mainly on him and Shawn and the screw job, and then how WCW, it was just over for him. Not too much on the, like, wish it would have focused more on the Hart Foundation, the heel one with Bulldog and Pillman, Owen, and Jim. But they talked about that for maybe 2 minutes, and I was kind of disappointed. Other than that, it was really, really informative. I think you guys would really, really like it.
See, the only thing with the whole Bret Hart thing, where they said they had to screw him because they couldn't risk him going to WCW with the belt.
Yeah.
The thing is, he had like another month on his contract.
Yep.
So that whole, it just didn't work. So
he just
every time they say that, I get mad.
He didn't want to drop it in Canada. Could you blame him?
He didn't want to drop it to Shawn in Canada.
Well, he didn't. No, him and Shawn had legit heat from the way they we talked about.
But he would have lost it to somebody else.
Yeah. Yeah. I think you should have gave it to Owen. Just let Owen take it.
He could have dropped it to Austin. He could have dropped it to anybody. Taker. Yeah. Austin. Who else was big then? Rock. No, Rock wasn't big then. What was that, 97? Was Kane there yet?
Probably. Yeah, Kane. Because Kane won the belt in 96.
Well, Kane was a heel though. Well, who knows what it was at that point. But the only thing I'm saying is they made a big deal. They had to get the belt off Bret because he's going to go to WCW. Wrong. He had like another month in his contract, so that whole story just doesn't work.
Yeah, it really fucking sucks. You know what else fucking sucks? The next match, because it was the Divas title match. Do we want to talk about it?
Briefly.
All right, well, I'm done.
Next.
All right.
I feel so disrespectful because they do try hard.
They do.
Hey, at least nobody tried to pin somebody in their stomach.
You got that going for them.
Yeah.
At least they're three very attractive young ladies that were wrestling in the ring. So at least you had that going for them.
Yes.
Here's my take on the Divas. I hate all this Bella Twins crap because of Total Divas.
Oh, it's horrible.
It's ruining the show.
It's horrible. Absolutely horrible.
So next up we have the champ. I wanted Cena to take this match. I wanted Cena to take the belt. I really did.
What?
I did. I wanted him to do it to piss off the IWC.
He just wanted
hanging up.
He wanted to make all the wrestling marks mad.
Yeah, I was being a troll. But we had Cena versus Brock Lesnar with your former boss, the best promo in the world, Paul E. Heyman. And
yes.
I was so excited for this match, but what pisses me off more than the finish, it only went 13 minutes.
Yeah. It was okay. It wasn't. I think of the three matches they've had, I think this was the worst one. Some people say last month was worse.
I loved it.
Different. That was just different. But
yeah.
I think of the three matches, this one was the least. It was. I wouldn't say it was the. I can't think of the fucking word.
Least desirable. Enjoyable.
It was the least good.
The least. Yeah. The best thing I can give at least good. I love that. The best thing that I can give them is that they. It looked like they were really beating the hell out of each other again. There's a lot. It was very physical, which was very entertaining. That's always good to watch.
But that's where the finish comes in when Rollins comes out and hits Cena with the briefcase. And for a second there, all right, I said this to my buddy today at work. I was like, Seth Rollins came out and hit Cena with the briefcase. Then he looked to cash in. And then when he did a double take, said, holy shit, that's not Paige, that's Brock Lesnar. I better get the fuck out of here. But they set up the main event for Hell in the Cell, which is going to be Lesnar and Cena in the cell. And God damn it, I want to see someone literally go through one of the walls.
There you go.
I hope it's not a three-way. I pray to God it's not a three-way.
Oh, yeah, that'd be miserable.
No, it can't. Have they ever? They did the multiple man Hell in the Cell one time. They did a 6-man Hell in the Cell, which was fucking stupid.
Yeah.
But I think Cena and Lesnar will go for at least 30, 35 minutes on the next one. And like I said, someone better go through either the top of the cage or through the fucking wall because they were thrown through it. Because they've built Lesnar up to be this unstoppable beast. Dare I say. And after SummerSlam, Vince wanted to book Cena on Raw so he didn't look weak. Well, he fucked that up, having Cena getting the shit kicked out of him at SummerSlam. So this next match better be fucking brutal.
I think
Yeah,
that.
see, here,
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Mike. I was just gonna say I thought it was pretty entertaining as a match because the physic. I was really into the physicality of the match and the ups and downs they gave me, and the finish was not so good. It could have been better, but I don't know. I just had to get that out real quick. Go ahead.
here's the problem. I'm going to go off on a fucking rant again.
Go ahead.
I love it.
I love them. I get so excited.
This is the same bullshit they did with Cena, CM Punk, and Ryback. Okay? They put the position where it was too early for Punk to lose.
Yep.
You didn't want to beat Cena,
And Ryback couldn't lose.
and Ryback couldn't lose.
Yeah, you
You
painted
did
yourself
the
in a
same.
corner.
You did the same fucking thing again.
It's
too early for Brock to lose. If Cena comes out and beats Lesnar, the beating he took at SummerSlam means squat. And at this point, it means squat anyway with the way they work the match. But then you put Seth Rollins out there just to get somebody out there to somehow cause a finish because they booked themselves into a corner.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
It doesn't make any sense.
If at
Why
first,
did you have to put Lesnar on the show? Why?
Would it have made any more sense if they would have had if that curb stomp? Say he got that curb stomp in, Seth Rollins on Lesnar, he cashes in and goes in there, gives him another one, pins him, and gets the win, and takes the title away, just for Brock Lesnar to pound the shit out of him for the next one and take it back. Would that be of any relevance at all?
No, because Rollins is not John Cena. If Seth Rollins cashes in for his first championship cheaply, which is he's a heel, that's probably how it'll work, and then gets annihilated and loses it, he's done.
well,
Because he doesn't have any credibility. That's the problem.
it worked with one guy. Edge. Cena.
Yeah, but
Go ahead.
the difference with Edge is though, he had the character to get over.
Yes.
Edge was over.
Oh
Seth
yeah.
Seth Rollins is there, and Edge had the charisma. He had the promo. He had the wrestling ability to carry it. Plus, they had faith in Edge.
Yes.
Yes.
I miss Edge.
With the way they booked Seth Rollins as like the lackey thing for the Authority,
Correct.
Mhm.
it doesn't look like okay. He turned on the Shield. He broke up the hottest act in the company, and he went to being here I am. I'm a whiny, snivelly little
Yeah, they booked him.
and
like
I'm going to play. Yeah, so if they haven't put him in a position to have any credibility yet, because he hasn't done anything. What championship has he? He had the tag belts, didn't he?
Yeah, him and Roman had him for a little bit. Yeah.
Right. For how long were they around? A year, maybe.
Give or
A year-ish?
take. Yeah.
Yeah. How long was Edge around before he went?
Holy
I got the
shit!
title.
I want to say a good 6-7 years minimum.
Who had a 7-year work history and credibility with the fans? Edge. What does Seth Rollins have? Well, he's here now, but he might not be here next week.
Yeah, they might change their mind.
Right. Exactly. So that's why they put themselves in the position that it was like a no-win situation. Because you couldn't have Cena lose again because God forbid Cena loses. God forbid Cena looks vulnerable for more than fucking a week.
So I want to ask you this then, because you say you can't take the belt off Lesnar because it's going to make him look weak, and they just totally ruined everything he's done. And you say Austin should face Lesnar at Mania. Should that be for the belt? I mean, what do they do?
Yeah.
And give it to Austin?
No.
Have a dirty finish?
If you Lesnar can beat anybody clean, and no one would think anything of it.
Yes.
I don't think Lesnar needs to be a heel. Lesnar needs to be Brock Lesnar.
Let Heyman be the heel.
Yes. If you want to cheer Brock Lesnar, go for it. If you want to boo Brock Lesnar, go for it.
But he's here to whoop your ass. That's all he's going to do. Just know that. It's just that's the kind of character he needs to be. Just no nonsense. Come in, take care, just fight, and
right,
and then move on.
Now who knows? They could be planning Cena and Lesnar at WrestleMania. Who fucking knows? But what you have now until May to build somebody else, So after the program with Austin, whoever, if you keep the belt on him, is you have a strong competitor for Lesnar to go in the ring with.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't just
So
go out and wing it.
Lesnar doesn't have to beat The Rock or whoever his opponent is at WrestleMania. Why can't Lesnar just win?
What do you think about Lesnar working with Cesaro?
He has no credibility.
Yeah.
If you build Cesaro up and you build him as a credible ass kicking machine, and he wrestles guys and he can beat them, and little by little move up the card and beat guys that are bigger than him, like if he can beat a Cena and beat these other guys, then maybe you can give him credibility. Where if he goes against Lesnar, it's like, okay, it's good.
Yeah, as
But
of right now, he doesn't have that.
They have nobody right now that they can put in the ring with Brock Lesnar, with the exception of John Cena, and say, hey, you know what? He can beat Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when you have a babyface and a heel, the fans have to have a glimmer of hope in the babyface that they can beat the guy.
Yes.
And there's nobody that they're going to put in the ring with him and say, hey, you know, he might win.
No, and the one guy they were going to do it with is in the hospital right now.
Yeah, and he wasn't getting over like they wanted anyway.
Nope, not at all. So their whole 9-month plan is kind of blowing up in their face, but you watch, they'll still run with it.
Yeah, I mean, hey, maybe he'll get over. I don't know, but as of right now, there ain't nobody I see that they can put in the ring with Lesnar that's going to be anything. Would give me, this guy might fucking win.
What about this? What if Bubba signed?
Eh.
Okay, that would be good for like Royal Rumble.
Okay.
I don't see that. I don't see that a WrestleMania match at this point. But who knows? If Bubba comes in and he gets over like a motherfucker, then maybe. But as of right now, I can see that like a Royal Rumble match.
Okay.
Maybe just a decent match.
What if Punk decided to come back?
Nope.
Can't do it.
Nope. Look, do you know why? Look at Brock Lesnar.
I know he's so fucking huge.
He is huge. He is a legitimate badass. Is Punk a legitimate badass? That's debatable.
Yeah.
Can Punk go in there and same with Daniel Bryan? Can he go in there and get Brock on the ropes and have that slight comeback where the people might think he might do it? Yeah. But in the grand scheme of things, without Brock Lesnar slipping on a banana peel, and Brock Lesnar's not the type of character that can slip on a banana peel.
Not at all.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's nobody. Nobody.
What about Kurt Angle?
Okay, Kurt has legitimate skills. People know it, and he's Kurt fucking Angle. So yeah, so that one you can see. I say, okay, can I see him beating Brock Lesnar? No, because Kurt is older now. He is beat up, and the people know it for the most part.
Yes,
but you know that I could see. Like if Kurt Angle, did it, because when Kurt puts the gas on, that guy can go.
He goes, yeah.
So can I see that happening? Yeah. Do I see that WrestleMania? Doesn't seem big enough.
All right, I got one more name to throw out there, and this is just totally out of left field.
Yeah.
Bill Goldberg.
Oh, yeah, like they got booed out of the building at WrestleMania 10.
Oh, just making sure you remembered. Yeah. Well, they were both leaving the very next day.
Yeah. And that should tell you that their audience is smarter than you think.
Yeah.
They know more than you think. Well, they might not be smart, but they know more than you think.
Yeah. They know what they want to see. That's what they want. They'll tell you.
And that's the thing. They put themselves in a good spot, putting the belt on Lesnar, as far as, we have a champion that can kick somebody's ass. Okay, that's great. But now you have nobody that he can wrestle.
That's the thing, and they have to, like you were saying, they just have to concentrate on building somebody, the next guy, and let Lesnar keep taking on these other competitors and things, but they have to be building somebody in the wings, in the back, you know what I'm saying, to come up and come up and come up. There has to be in the next, 3, 6, 9 months. And in the meantime, there's plenty of part-time, if you want to call them Hall of Famer, guys that can get in and out of the ring with Lesnar that can come back. You can put a program together with an Austin, and then you could put a program together and have him work with Rock, and then you can put a program together and have him work with Triple H or something. And while you're building this next guy coming up the line, and that could really take a feud and really take the belt and then do something with the company.
Right. And another thing that we're thinking old school. As far as, the champion needs to wrestle on every pay-per-view. Why? Why can't it be more like boxing or more like MMA? Why can't Brock Lesnar wrestle, in September and not come back again until Survivor Series, and then come back again at the Royal Rumble?
Ooh, yeah, like they did the 4 times a year way back when.
Yeah, take the 30-day rule out of the picture because that's just at this point ridiculous. If you want to go more of a realistic style, hey, I'm the champion. I don't have to wrestle.
Well, that's what I like.
I can wrestle when I want.
Yeah, I liked his quote. He goes, "I'm a prize fighter." And that kind of sells of what his character is, right? He comes in and fights for big money. So make a big match for big money, and I'll come in and fight it. Otherwise, this is my title, and I'm sitting at home.
Right. So then you can have some other guys. You can have Randy Orton and whoever. Just say Jericho fight.
Yeah.
And elevate them, and then we're gonna do Randy Orton and Brock Lesnar.
I got one more name.
Cool.
I got one more name I just thought of, and it had to start right now. Bray Wyatt.
He's fucked.
That's why I said it had to start right now. He had to come back on Monday, start pushing him. What do you think about Bray Wyatt?
Bray Wyatt cuts a promo now, and the people go, "What? He's fucked."
Oh yeah, he's got that what. But they say what to everything though.
He wasn't getting what.
But he wasn't.
You go back and watch.
But now they're giving. Yeah.
He getting it now.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. They weren't giving it to him, and now they are. They respected his comments for his speaking for a little bit of time. They had him, and then they let him go, and now he's getting whatted.
You start and stop somebody, and then he does the job for Lesnar. Then you do the even Steven booking with Jericho, who's a part-time guy, and he's not getting over. And now when he talks, it doesn't mean shit.
I do got to bring something up real quick because we talked about this earlier. The Monday Night Wars, little 1-hour segments. Brian, did you know our guest this evening, Mikey, has a spot on there?
Oh, really?
Tonight's episode was about ECW.
Oh, yeah.
What? Because we were on every Monday night.
Dude, I tell you this much. You guys should have been.
Oh.
You guys damn sure should have been. Honestly, I think if Paul, I mean, you obviously know how the things is ran backstage a little better than we do, so I'm just going to take it at face value and what I hear. If Paulie managed the money better, I think you guys could have really had a serious run at Vince.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
We were back then, maybe. It's hard to think now because you think of the way the product is now and the way society has evolved a little bit. Maybe we were different. I don't think anybody ever would have overtaken Vince.
No.
But there's no reason we couldn't be like TNA level, a little better than TNA.
Oh,
I think.
Yeah, I think. You guys would have definitely blown TNA out of the water just because it was just organic and real, and it was in that smoke-filled bingo hall. Fuck, the Sandman had a 6-pack and a box of Marlboros in his pocket during half his matches. It was just awesome. Like, now that's a guy I believed was a legitimate psychopath. It was just awesome, and man, I miss watching you guys so much, Mikey, and I just want to let you know that, man. I really appreciate all you have done to entertain me with your career. I really appreciate you.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Well, I appreciate that.
And I am via satellite in Springfield, Missouri. Let's just say that.
Excellent. With a duck in the background.
Exactly. So that pretty much wrapped up the Night of Champions pay-per-view. I'm going to go ahead and give it a 5, and if that Jericho Orton match wasn't on there, I'd probably give it a 2. What would you guys give it?
I'd give it over a 5. I'd say I give it a 6. I give it a 6. I enjoyed it. It kept me entertained.
Yeah, I would say a 6. I mean, it wasn't. Like I said, the quality of the matches wasn't bad. I just think it was just very run of the mill. Just blah.
Yeah, the ones that were good, the ones that stood out weren't even amazing. They were just good. Like, you know what I'm saying? There was a good match, and then there was It was good. It was good. It was entertained. I didn't get mad after I watched it and went, I was. The hell is that?
Do we? What the? What the fuck is he playing with?
It's his duck.
That's my duck.
Oh. That was
All of a sudden, I'm like, I hear a barnyard. Like, where did we end up at?
Oh my Lord.
Anyways, yeah, I just thought. I don't even know what I was saying now. It was good. It was entertaining. I wasn't pissed that I watched it. I didn't want my 3 hours of my life back. It was just, I was all right. I moved on.
I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this. Okay? Because then I'm going to go. Because I didn't watch fucking Raw.
I didn't either. I was at a baseball game.
The wheel is round. The wheel is. You could have a wood wheel. You could have a cement wheel, a rubber wheel, plastic wheel, a fucking whatever. The wheel is round.
Wheel of Fortune.
The wheel is round. The wheel is round. It rolls smoothly. Very nice. It can take potholes if the proper tire. It can do anything it wants. The wheel is round.
Don't
you start making your fucking tires fucking oblong. You're going to have issues. Your passengers in your car are going to bitch and moan because it's not fucking smooth and it's going to suck.
There you go.
So until you stop and put on fucking round tires on your car, you're in deep shit.
So are you getting at to the point if it's not broke, don't fix it? Like, don't fix wrestling. Wrestling is wrestling, and let it just happen. Is that what is that what I'm reading here? Just
there you go.
Let it happen.
Let it happen.
Do what you've always done. Go back to what worked. Stop trying to make something new out of something old. Just
take what works, modernize it, and go. The wheel is fucking round.
The wheel is fucking round. Simple as that. I don't even know how to. I don't even know what to say after that. The wheel is fucking round, and if it's round, push it.
That's what I say. The wheel's round.
Don't make it harder than it needs to be, man. Don't make it harder than it needs to be.
That's the truth. Mikey, I just want to say thanks once again for taking the time to sit down and talk with us again. I absolutely love it when you're on here, and we look forward to having you back on after Hell in the Cell. Oh, Mikey.
This motherfucker.
On that note, I'm out of here.
All right, man. Thank you, guys.
I gotta
Thank
go.
you, Mike.
I gotta go feed my duck.
All right, man.
All right, Mike.
Later.
All right.
All right. Bye.
All right. Well, that was our strange rendition of our Night of Champions recap with Mikey Whipwreck. We discussed Night of Champions, and we also really just discussed wrestling in general, which is
it was good.
It was always just fun, just sitting back, and it led us on some conversations. We used Night of Champions as our guideline to get just to talk wrestling because, well, Night of Champions wasn't the the barn burner that we were all hoping for. But so we sat back, had a good time, and just talked pro wrestling with Mikey Whipwreck and Night of Champions, and gave our take on it and how to fix it. So if somebody listen and fix it.
I wish. And I thought how we segued into several different things, like we all bounce points off each other.
Oh yeah.
And usually he buries one of us, and he didn't do it this time.
Oh, he did make fun of my computer quacking a couple times, but it was being strange tonight, so it does what it does.
And he said I buried Stevie Ray, but I was really burying Vincent. Let's just be honest.
Well, you're just burying the product of WCW. It wasn't necessarily anybody. It wasn't anybody's fault in the ring. They gave it their all. They did what they could do with the cards they were dealt. So can't be mad at the guys in the ring. They're just wrestling, trying to work and get paid, man.
Yeah.
They
So are garbage workers.
There you go. So. So that was fun. I had a good time. It was a good hour. We sat down, and I'll be honest, guys. I didn't watch Raw. I was at the Detroit Tigers game last night, and so there you go. And Steve caught a little bit of it, but we'll catch up on it. And I don't think it was that interesting to get back on and talk about. So, what do we got coming up next week, Steve?
Scotty Riggs, American males. All right, that's my.
You had to get it out. It's just once you hear it, you have to get it out. We'll have to ask him about that song, and
we will. I'm glad to Scotty is going to be talking to us from his home in Hilton Head, South Carolina.
Yeah, you guys got any questions for Scotty? You can tweet them at us, and we'll ask him. Tweet them at us and him, and just tag us in the tweet there or the Facebook post, or email us at bswrestlingreport@gmail, or again, I don't know, send us an Instagram, whatever you want to do.
Or you know what, Brian, the people can email us. the people can tweet us. They can hit us up on the Facebook. But you know what else they can do?
What's that?
They can call us.
Yeah, but we're not going to go there yet.
816-895-2797. Just call it, leave a message. We'll check it.
Don't call it and leave a message.
Call it and leave a message.
I'm going to kick your ass.
So Brian fields all those phone calls, so that'll make his phone ring whenever you guys call. So remember, that's 816-895-2797. But no, I had a good time tonight. I think the pay-per-view was a little hard to get through, but all the stuff we talked about on the side, like I liked the conversation we had about Lesnar, who do we build him against, and nobody can take on Lesnar.
Yeah,
literally.
That's an interesting task. They've got their hands, they got themselves kind of in a corner, but like I said, I think they've got some guys that they can work with, that they could keep bringing back some of the part-timer legend guys and keep throwing them in the ring with them and letting the monkeys dance. And maybe somebody can step up to the plate somewhere along the line. I think that's the best thing they got going for them. And that's just, they just got to have patience, though.
Yep. So I guess let's I guess we're gonna take this home and wrap it up at BSW Report, Facebook.com/BS Wrestling Report. Brian, do your gimmicks so I can do my gimmick.
Rate, subscribe, review on iTunes, Stitcher, all that fun stuff. Get over to BS Wrestling Report, Facebook.com/BS Wrestling Report, BSW Report on Twitter, BS Wrestling Report on Instagram, all that fun stuff. We're just trying to be out there and involved. Send us an email, bswrestlingreport@gmail.com, all that fun stuff. So, once again, rate, subscribe, review on iTunes, tell a friend, share it, like it, tweet it, retweet it, share it, I don't know, all that stuff, guys. Just let people know what's going on. And with that, Steve, what you got for me?
Eat, sleep, suplex, repeat. We're done.